Wednesday, the 15th of December. This is your Frontier Opening Bell. I am Bosin Omofaye. And of course, we're getting started, as always, on the market side with the Nigerian stocks balking 1.26% on Tuesday. On Tuesday, and that is 0.22% on Tuesday. Monday came a roaring 1.26%. We're down 22 basis points on Tuesday. Just one step forward, one step backward. We're still holding the 42,000 level on the NGX All-Share Index for the largest securities exchange on the stock. On the equity side for the Nigerian space. The BRVM in Ivory Coast was better by about 1%. The Egyptian market went down about 0.75% on Tuesday, 11,618. The Nairobi Bourse was up by 21 basis points. And of course, the South African Bourse came back into the green territory by 16 points. That's 71,544.8. Okay, I'll look into the East African corridor for some headlines on economic business and markets, with the China-owned Wakanda picking up 85% equity stake in what you call the Choice Microfinance Bank here in Kenya. The supermarket chain Tusky says it owes creditors, admitting it's owing creditors about 19.6 billion in shillings. The supermarket chain in Kenya is struggling with its debt on its books. And the Kenya's agri-care financier Apollo gets 1.07 billion shillings in loan from the U.S. Development Finance Corporation. Uganda's cabinet has given the go-ahead to stop agriculture imports from Kenya. The economic face-off between these two major powerhouses in East Africa is quite concerning in terms of exports and imports between the two countries. Now, the face-off has gone a little bit further by Uganda Parliament, now saying that the cabinet, which is the government, now okays the move that agricultural produce from Kenya should be banned from being imported into Uganda. And Tanzania says he signed a joint venture deal with 4 mining companies. Petra Diamonds, a few days ago, announced a deal that puts some money in the pocket of the administration of President Mrs. Suluhu. Then, of course, you've got the merge announcing. The merge exchange is based on the island of Seychelles, east coast of the of East Africa, and says it's a compulsory delisting of Bodok Industry Limited from that specialized exchange. Okay, take me to West Africa, where Nigeria gets $210 million from the African Development Bank Group. The whole idea is that the EFDB is supporting Nigeria's special agro-industrial processing zones to help the country leverage its agricultural sector to begin to diversify very strongly away from crude oil and make a whole lot more of earnings from non-oil, in particular agriculture, which accounts for a very good chunk of the country's GDP. In the meantime, the central bank governor yesterday held the final meeting of his team with the bankers committee for the year, and says that the central bank will stay the course of unorthodox policies into the new year and beyond. He says these are extraordinary times, and it calls for extraordinary and different thinking, direction, and actions to keep Africa's most largest economy on course. That came through yesterday. The retreat is expected to wind up around the weekend. And today, later in the evening at the Presidential Villa, Nigeria is marking the 5 years of the Presidential Enabling Business Council, which we called PEBEX. The whole idea of PEBEX, which was set up under the office of the Vice President of Nigeria, was to enable ease of doing business in Nigeria. Dr. Jumoke Oduwole is a senior special advisor to the President of Nigeria in charge of the Presidential Enabling Business Council. Then you've got the Bank of Ghana, which is the central bank, says its economic outlook on Ghana, on the country, is positive, but potential risks still exist. And the BTCI Bank has officially now become the International Business Bank of Togo. That's a specialized financing bank that exists in the French-speaking West African country. I'll look into the Southern African space because South Africa has now told the banks to stay off a little bit, keep the bank accounts of a category of Zimbabweans living and working in South Africa open for the next 12 months. The initial announcement was that this category of immigrants from Zimbabwe will not have their work permit extended, and they will be asked to leave, so the bank accounts could be shut down. But now there's a reversal of that, and the bank accounts will be kept for 12 months while a solution is being found to the issue between the immigrant workers in South Africa who are Zimbabweans and what is happening back at home in Harare. Then Sasol says he's trimming his Secundus production guidance again by 8%. And Bindura Nickel in the mining industry says he's banking on large capital expenditure plan after his listing on the VFEX. That's the stock exchange in Victoria Falls in Zimbabwe. And Zambian Kwacha is gaining on the back of the US dollar because the IMF has reached a staff level agreement with the new administration of President Ichilema in Lusaka to move on and try to help Zambia walk its way out of the debts in the region of $30 billion US dollars, which were all accumulated under the former administration that was roundly defeated in the presidential election a few months ago. And Namibia says it's banning importation of cars that are older than 8 years into the Southern African country. Let's wrap it up in North Africa, where Egypt, the EFG Hermes has closed 550 million Egyptian pounds issuance for Hermes Securities, which is a subsidiary of EFG Hermes in the market. The Council of Ministers of APPO, which is the African Petroleum Producers Organization, the African version of OPEC, concluded their meeting for the year in Algiers, the capital of Algeria. And the Ria Air Maroc, which is the official airline of Morocco, has announced a special flight to Burkina Faso, west part of the continent, and of course to Mauritania, which is just next door as well of the Western Sahara. Morocco is reporting official FX reserves, which was up about 10% to about $34.8 billion US dollars at the end of November. And finally, Italian company Mikla says it's going to start operating in Tunisia very soon. The president of Tunisia, President Said, is walking ahead now with the IMF, and he says there could be a general election sometime in July of 2022. We'll see how that paces out for the North African economy. And that's about it for this Wednesday on Frontier Open Bear. Remember to go on our website, www.frontierafricareports.com, for more of this and other stories. You can watch more of this video and other shows on our YouTube. Go to Frontier Africa Reports. You'll find all these videos. You can subscribe. It's free. Follow us also on other social media platforms such as LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook as well. You'll be glad you did. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching, and I'll see you again.